Welcome to GNC NBA Hang Time, and welcome to Conseco Fieldhouse, which opened in 1999 in downtown Indianapolis. Big game tonight, Game 6 in the Eastern Conference semifinal subplot. Will this be the final game of Reggie Miller's illustrious career? It will be, unless the Indiana Pacers can win and extend the series. And so welcome to game number 6 from Indianapolis, featuring the Detroit Pistons against the Indiana Pacers. Shot clock at 7. O'Neal against Rasheed Wallace. A little fall away for the first points of the game.
Yeah, they need O'Neal to get off the players in the Wallace boys. You have the 7-footer right here, Rasheed, who puts pressure on your shot. Then you have Ben Wallace with the upper body strength open up. Now he came back after a bad foot injury, but they need him to get into the paint.
Reggie Miller.
Now, they have Reggie in the other corner.
They don't see him. Instead, the shot is taken by O'Neal from just inside the foul line, and the Pacers are up. Minutes into the game, Tinsley will slow it up. Detroit now over his first four, and Reggie Miller gets free underneath his second field goal. Tinsley gets it back outside. O'Neal, 10-2.
Now, just that little penetration by Tinsley.
O'Neal is 3 out of 5. Here was Reggie.
Now that was just a prime-time Reggie move as he fades away from Rasheed Wallace. Now watch the back door to the left of your screen. Rick Hamilton was looking for Reggie to reverse and come out.
And then O'Neal putting it in. Larry Brown says, wait a minute, timeout. Wallace can't get it. And then the other Wallace, after the first tip doesn't go. Miller, hanger from the lane.
Now that was a high degree of difficulty.
Jackson, Steven Jackson from the baseline.
Good to get him going.
Way through the opening quarter. Hamilton free off the screen at the shot clock expiration, and there is Rasheed at this point in the game.
But as long as you're getting good looks when you're on the road, you know, you have to have faith in your guys.
Wallace missed, but the back tap comes outside, and that's knocked down.
Put him on the floor.
3 minutes to go in the period. Hamilton. So from 14-6 to 14.
Catch, an open catch here tonight.
Miller. Foster came out to create on the shot clock. In and out for Rasheed Wallace. Anthony Johnson up ahead to O'Neal for the basket.
Hey, that's there tonight, Al. Now that's the
shot clock going all the way down again. Hamilton.
That's one of the toughest shots that we have in basketball.
This is Carlos Arroyo who's come into the game. Member of the Puerto Rican Olympic team that knocked off the United States. This is McDyess off the bench, and what a difference he's made for Larry Brown this year.
Arroyo in his last 2 games has really come in off the dribble, finding people out and making the game easy.
Foster follows, gets the offensive rebound, and Foster puts it in the painted area. Arroyo gets it as it comes back out. Into the corner he goes with 5 on the shot clock and knocks it down.
You must pay attention.
And Detroit will have the opportunity for the last shot of the period, but instead on a fast break, why not? Who cares about the clock at that? The high screen gets it back to O'Neal. Jones in the game for the first time. Flips it over to O'Neal in the corner. And Jermaine knocks one down. Freddie Jones with the assist. Yeah. Sets it up for Hamilton. Bingo.
Right now. See, Jones lost. Because if you shoot the gap, he's going to fade on you.
Foster for the slam dunk.
And tried to disrupt because, you know, he's excellent in stealing the ball.
Johnson gets the assist. O'Neal bangs it down, and Larry Brown gets off the games. Jermaine O'Neal has averaged for the game 10.7 against Charleston. And that's Jones. Season is Larry Brown. Larry Bird gets up after Larry Brown takes a timeout. 8-point Pacer lead.
So the shoulder in the early going, not bothering.
Now the other Jones, Freddie Jones has been in the game, and now you've got James Jones, second. This equals the largest lead in the game.
Oh,
Phillips, softly.
Whoa, that was a miraculous. Excellent move, though, by Chauncey.
Jones lays it for Foster, and another slam dunk.
Now that takes timing.
Back into the game at the next stop. Wallace, he drops one.
Well, he's getting the opportunities. In the
going to work on McDyess. Lost it, got it back. Oh, beautiful.
Hey, everything's going my way tonight. There's no doubt about negotiation in the early going.
And he's 7 out of 10. And now McDyess drops one in.
McDyess has had a solid little bit below the foul line and looking too many times to kick the ball back.
And he has no points.
Will play good defense. You must break down defenses and get into the painted area and make decisions. That's all timing.
McDyess works it back out. One on the shot clock, knocks it down. Hunter to Phillips off the glass. Yeah.
People are upset. They thought that Detroit has shifted gears defensively.
Phillips backs all the way in and scores in the lane.
Now this guy is
leading 8 points off the lead. Carlisle takes the timeout. The Pacers are up by 2.
Session. So please, zero in here now.
Steven Jackson. And that's what they need. They're going to need Jackson to be their leading scorer in the playoffs. 5 here. And then Detroit's almost caught up again. Reggie Miller finds the open spot.
Oh,
three-pointer.
Oh, he's got it right now. He has the feel. There's no doubt about it. Now remember, just watch. Now there's your first, there's your second screen. Excellent ball fake. And then fading to the left. Careful. That's why we say in traffic, he might be a little bit of a liability.
That's a two-pointer.
Possibly 2 dribbles.
Oh, he fell asleep. Prince got free. Boy, did they ever. Tayshaun Prince cuts through the paint.
5 second shot attempts. Now that's big because Detroit is shooting a very poor 41%.
Hamilton starts with a deuce here to turn it into a 5-point on a number of occasions. Hamilton is 2 for 2, and it's a 3-point game.
That's what happens when you switch. When you notice, he came out there 2 bounces, stretched the defense, shot it right in his face.
Miller.
He definitely did not tap.
Rasheed Wallace. From the baseline. Drops that one. So 2 by Hamilton, 1 by Rasheed. 48. Hamilton, he's been hot. And Wallace gets his first basket of the night.
Now just watch now. Watch as he comes up over the back of O'Neal. Not only catches it, but drops it down.
2 for Big Ben, and Indy's lead is 1. As Indiana with the ball here. Here's Jackson getting it outside to Tinsley as the shot clock winds down. And a 2-pointer there for O'Neal. And then Steven Jackson was suspended for 30 games. Remaining
5 games with suspensions and injuries. They made the playoffs for the 8th straight year. 15 out of the last 16 years. That's what Donnie Walsh. Easy call.
Yep. Dale Davis outside. Reggie Miller puts it up. Got it.
Reggie Miller is only averaging 10 shot attempts coming into this game tonight. But you know that they are going to hammer him every time that he's within range of a dunk or a layup.
Kinsley to Davis, underneath who recovers. Dropped it for a moment, got it back. There was only 1 foul called in the first 10 and a half minutes of the game. Steven Jackson finds the open lane and exploits it.
I'd like to see him do that more.
It is right there. Baseball, a few. Basketball, just 2. Here's Hamilton coming out after the timeout to make it 59-53.
You are never. Now Hamilton all over Reggie. Great move.
Johnson finds Foster high off the glass.
Now that was a beautiful percentage.
And Jermaine has been limited to 2 points, 3 shots, but there is Foster getting free.
He got to the foul line 11 times.
O'Neal from Miller.
Oh, hello. Oh, great. We found him.
There he is.
Yes, and
O'Neal.
once again, see the defense is moving to try to help out Reggie Miller on the dribble, trying to cut into the paint. That's what Detroit has been doing in the second half.
Johnson is free for a three-pointer.
It's a great defensive team. When that ball is kicked out to you, you got to be ready to catch and shoot.
The drive by Hunter, putting it in high off the glass.
Yeah, Hunter has been very
For the moment. A little over 9 minutes to play. Indiana already 15 fouls in the period, and Hamilton knocks one down.
Hamilton just for a steal.
Yeah, but Steven Jackson throws it away, and Hamilton drives in and scores, and the Pistons are up by 1, 69-68.
This is where I'm surprised that he went that far away from the basket out.
Under 8 left. Prince falling away off the glass.
Well, tough.
Jones dribbling, splits him. Gives it to O'Neal. Got it.
He is shooting on that fade shot.
Hamilton, and that will turn it over.
Bennett Salvatore is saying that the ball was deflected.
O'Neal, reverse.
First time tonight. First time tonight, the total spin move on the baseline. Take it up and under on the other side so that
Here's Phillips.
in transition and shoot up to 3 when you have a 4-on-3 situation. You have to, seek it out and make it happen.
There's a guy who can shoot a 3.
And he was looking for the foul like a pinball, just banging off the people.
He's underneath the basket. Shot clock is down to 6. Foster gets inside. Free.
That's because Rasheed Wallace stumbled and fell to the ground. The defense rotated quickly. Foster, very bright, went right to the rim out and caused that pass to be made.
Foster has 12 points. He's 6 out of 7 from the field. Phillips comes outside. Rasheed Wallace with a huge 3.
Now that's big. Phillips twice passed out of the post area. He was not comfortable. But then when you have a percentage shooter in the three-point range like Rasheed Wallace, did not hesitate.
Reggie Miller.
Oh, yes! Oh!
Miller keeping him in the game. What else is new? 160.
Indiana, 2 full timeouts.
Final minute of the game. Hamilton.
Big. That's he at his best. He loves that curl. Quick.
The applause. And right now it's all about the end of a career in this building. And for Detroit, it's all about a vacation. Well, not a vacation. They're going to Florida. Not on a vacation, but they're going to Florida. Prince with a hug of Miller. Hamilton putting the frosting on the cake. Larry Bird has watched his team. I mean, all things considered, play unbelievably magnificently. And Carlisle's going to take Reggie out of the game to let him get the ovation and the acknowledgement. And even Larry Brown comes out to all the way down the court. Larry takes a 20 just to let the crowd. You know how that is so cool.
Yes, it is.
Larry Brown, who coached Reggie, but Larry is so human. He understands if you let play resume, the crowd is back into it, the game winds up, and Larry calls a timeout so he can bring his team to the other side of the court and join in this. Very, very cool.
Well, what it is great respect by his peers, great respect by the opposition, a classy move by Larry Brown, and then the warm. He's been so humble. He's accomplished so much here as a player. You can't even begin to talk about big shots because the list is so long. And then how the work, the man that he did within the community. They love him here because he was part of the community, not just a player here for 18 years.
Johnson misses, and Detroit will run the clock out. They'll go to Miami. Pacers season is over. Reggie Miller's career is over. Larry Brown coached Reggie. You saw Joe Dumars before. Played against Reggie. Went all the way back. The Reggie chant again at Conseco. That's a career. And even Bennett, even the officials. I mean, everybody.
It's a total respect.
And it ends in the playoff game. And in the game where Detroit wins the series.
Carry it, man, and do it for as long as you can. Enjoy the truth, for real, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all. Hamilton will remember those words forever. You know, you do it for as long as you can. Here's Michelle.
Well, all right, guys, I'm here. I don't want to interrupt Reggie too much. I don't even know where to begin. What is going through your mind right now?
Well, you know, we gave it a valid effort. You know, I thought this was going to be our game if we could have put some pressure on them, which we did early, but unfortunately, you know, the champs rose to the occasion, and that's what they're all about. They played hard, and they outplayed us in this series, so you got to tip their hats to them.
Tell me what that moment was like when Rick Carlisle called the timeout so this crowd could acknowledge you.
Well, you know, I feel we have the best fans in the world, and for 18 years, this has been my second home, and they've truly supported me, and as you can see with no one leaving, it really shows how great of fans and what a city this has been. I've grown up here. You know, I poured my heart and guts here. You know, it's a class organization here.
I saw Jermaine O'Neal sitting on the bench, so disappointed. What are you going to say to your teammates in that locker room?
Thank you. You know, obviously my skills haven't been the same for the last 4 or 5 years. You know, I'm honored that they let me play with them for the last 4 or 5 years because truly I could have retired 3 or 4 years ago, but they let me play with them.
Let you? My goodness, tonight you practically carried him. And this crowd right now, Reggie, you hear him one more year. Have you ever even reconsidered?
No. It's been a great ride, and unfortunately it's time to move on to different ventures.
And those might include?
Probably hanging with you for a little bit, but right now I'm just going to rest and sit back, reflect, and go on from there.
Reggie, enjoy the downtime.
Michelle, thank you so much.
We wanted to see you continue.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Al?
Oh, thank you, Michelle. Hubie, final thoughts about the man?
One of the greatest shooters ever to put on sneakers. The more the pressure, the higher percentage he shot. Everyone will go back to the New York games where the one night 25 points in the fourth quarter, but it's only one of many magical moments that he has had here, especially in this building. You just cannot count how many big shots that he made. But I just love the way he carried himself as a person on and off the court. He had perfect balance in his life. He's a great teammate. And then talk about heroes. He's a guy that all young guys should really take back and look at.